Hey family, school is starting this week for a lot of parents. So I really need to give you one huge warning before you send your students, your kids off to school. In just 1 week, 3 female teachers have been arrested for having sexual relationships with their teen students as young as 13 years old. Some of them were 10 years old. We did not hear about this too much growing up. We all know about the famous one. She was 25 and her student was 13, and they end up loving each other and having a life together after he grew up, and she was locked up for it. They ended up having like 2 or 3 daughters, okay? And then now that woman is gone, dead. So that was a huge thing back then growing up. But why is it that today it's almost happening every month? So I was really shocked. Why is it happening so much? These teachers have to know that they will get caught. So then the Spirit spoke to me yesterday very clear. And so this is my message for you guys. I was wondering, why is it happening so much? And why is it happening so often when they know that they're going to get caught because all the other teachers got caught? And the Holy Spirit spoke to me very clearly and said, because they are witches. Erica documentaries on YouTube and a lot of other former witches who have now found Christ, even a teacher, they all testify of the same thing, that witches not only infiltrate churches, but that they are now in our school systems. They have obviously been in our government for a long time. But the reason why they are now in our school systems, and some of them have been around for a long time, but the reason why it's happening now than before is because Jesus is coming. So Satan is going to do his last big hurrah to try to get our children, to try to poison our children. That's why they are in our schools. Us parents, the government has us, both parents working, has us struggling, has us both working to chase money to pay the bills. So while we are preoccupied, these teachers are teaching our children. They're plaguing our children. And the one teacher who is now a Christian, she was a witch that was a teacher that's now Christian, she said that every morning that she would cast a spell over the children in her class. But she said that the children that she could not touch were the Christian children, but not just because they were Christian. No, just because you're Christian, that doesn't exempt you from attacks. She said it was the children that had parents that were praying over them, that prayed over them that morning before they left to go to school. They want your children. The devil hates children because the children grow up. The children are the future. So if we poison them, if we confuse their identity, confuse their gender, if we cast spells and spirits on them to stay down, depressed, anxiety, angry, they will never know God. And that's exactly what the devil wants. Some of you don't even know this, that you might not even know that you have a special daughter or son. Some of you might already know. Some of you might already know that you have a very special daughter or son that is very gifted from God, that has a destiny with God to do something big for his kingdom here on earth. The devil knows that too, and he will do whatever it takes to stop your child from reaching their full potential with God. So please, before you send your kids off to school this week, please pray over them, anoint them, okay? Pray for protection, pray for good teachers, honest teachers, Christian teachers that not just believe in God, but also follow God, because that's the difference between the two, okay? Believing in God is different from following God. That's going to separate the sheep from the goats. Quit being so busy. I don't care if you are operating on someone's life. If you feel something from the Holy Spirit that something is wrong with your child, you need to pray in your mind while you're operating on the person. Quit being so stinking busy with your lives. I don't care if you're struggling. If you're struggling financially, that shows that you are also struggling spiritually. Because if you are truly seeking God first, remember, God says, seek me first, seek my kingdom first, and I will add everything else to you. So if you are struggling financially, then that means that you're also struggling spiritually. And that means that you are not seeking God first, because everything in this life comes from Him. Yes, even your job. Yes, even your car. Yes, even your house. Your spouse, your children, everything comes from Him. Who do you think gave it to you? So if you feel the Spirit tell you something, please be obedient. Because I don't know how these parents did not know that their son was sleeping with their teacher for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Why are you guys not checking their phones and their emails? Why are you allowing your child to disappear after school? I don't understand. So please pray over your children, anoint them, individually pray over them. I don't care how many kids you have. You can have 12 kids, 12 prayers. Don't do a corporate prayer. Each individual child needs something different, something special. Protect your children, because the devil wants them to fall away from God and to continue these generational curses. Let them end with you. Heal so that your children can also heal. So they don't have to fight the same demons that you failed to fight. But you need to be praying over them. Pray for good teachers, good friends. Pray for a hedge of protection around your children. Please, please, please listen to the Holy Spirit. Watch who they're hanging out with. Watch the music and the movies that they are listening to, because there are spirits in the music and spirits in the movies, and also there are spirits in children, especially children who come from parents families that are non-believers, that have a lot of generational curses, parents that are broken and that are really messed up, drug addiction, abuse, adultery. Those are unfortunately also passed down to the children. So children do have a lot of demons and evil spirits in them. It can, through the bloodline. And your children hangs with them. That's why you're like, man, ever since my daughter started hanging out with that girl, she's different. She's not the same anymore. She started having anxiety or being depressed, because they are now connected. Connection's not always through sex. Please protect your children. Please protect your children. God gave you that responsibility. Don't fail them, because you will be held liable for that on Judgment Day. Until next time, God bless.